Here at Monte Vista, we've decided to focus our cooperative learning efforts. Specifically, we're using different Kagan methods. We've agreed to do the Think, Inc, Pair, Share to incorporate writing into our standard pair share sequence. It is important that students master a standard pair share before adding in the Inc layer. The setup for a Think, Pair, Share is very simple. We just need to make sure that students have a partner. We need to make sure that students know who is partner A and who is partner B. When laid out, the steps to a Think, Inc, Pair, Share are fairly simple. The first major step is the teacher announces a topic, states how long each partner will share, and provides think time and provides write time. There are sub-steps that are important to follow in sequence to make sure they happen. Provide a sentence frame for students ahead of think time so that students can join their answer to the sentence frame. Only provide 10 to 20 seconds of think time. Research shows that beyond that, students are no longer thinking about the assigned topic. And then give participants 30 to 45 seconds to jot their ideas down onto the whiteboard. They do not have to write in full sentences, and they do not have to use a sentence frame on the whiteboard. It is simply a resource for students to use while talking. The next major step is that in pairs, partner A shares and partner B listens. Partner A does not always have to start. Partner B should start, and it should be assigned at random. Students should not know a pattern of when, who will speak first. The teacher should announce after write time which partner will think first, remind students for how long they have to think, and they should prompt that student to start speaking. When it is partner A's turn to talk, partner B should simply listen. They should not add information. If partner A has trouble filling the entire time, partner B should prompt with questions. Can you tell me more? How do you know this? Where did you get this information? Can you explain that? Anything to keep partner A talking to fill the time. The next step is partner B responds with a praise. Now, a praise is different than a gambit. A gambit is an overall fun time, roller coaster cheer, and a praise is more specific. That was a great answer. We can also do fill in the blank praises where students say, I really like how you did, Then partners switch role, the timer is reset, and partner B gets their time to talk. Partner B, again, can use their whiteboard as a resource, and partner A actively listens. If partner B struggles, partner A should ask the same type of questions. Where did you get this information? Can you tell me more? How do you know this to be true? Or why do you think this? Partner A should not interject their own information. It is partner B's time to talk. Partner A is there as a support. Once that is finished and the time is up, partner A will respond with praise. Again, praise is more specific than a gambit. So, I like how you did, that was a great answer. You're so smart. The praises will have to be fed to students by the teacher. When implementing these collaborative learning structures, these Kagan structures, it's important that we do it with fidelity. And so we've created a focus. The first one is steps. Follow the steps. Follow the outlined steps as sequenced. There's a reason we let students know how long they have to talk before think time, because if a student has to fill 5 seconds versus 20 seconds, they have to think of additional information. There's a reason we provide them the sentence frame before think time, so that in their heads, students can tie the sentence frame to their answer. There's a reason we provide write time after think time, so they know what they're going to write about. And then finally, focus on the students. What are the students doing? Are we getting the products we desire? Are the students doing the things we ask? Where do they struggle? And how can I scaffold to help them meet the steps and sequence of the process?
Do another Think, Inc, Pair, Share, but this time, instead of writing a sentence, okay, listen. I want Jesus, his eyes on me, and I want you to sit crisscross applesauce. I know it's a long time on the carpet, but it's really important that I get you guys up here, because we're trying a new structure. Tristan, go the other way. Okay. Okay, this is the question. The question is, why does the author go back and tell what each animal thought it heard? And I want you to practice this with me. The author goes backwards because, say that with me. The author goes backwards because. Think. You're going to think for a moment. The author goes backwards because. students wandering. Tristan, I asked you to throw that away. Come back and sit down. Okay, young lady, you need to come sit down. I've been in your classroom several times, and a few times you guys will get up and wander, but we talked about when you're on the carpet, you're on the carpet, and it's very important that you listen to the teacher. And so right now, I like the way that most of you are sitting like thinking students, because, oh, excuse me. Eyes on me. Don't care about what everyone else is doing, just care about what I'm asking you to do. Remember, there's only how many speakers? One. Okay. I asked you to keep your boards in front of you so that you could have it ready for the next thinking pair share. Okay. It's not very hard to sit like this. Can you sit like this? I can see Jewel is doing a great job and Kelly's doing a great job. Noah, look at everyone on red squares. Okay. I asked you a question and you had a task. Your task was to think about the question. Not yet. We're not doing ink yet. Your board should be flat on the carpet. Flat on the carpet, honey. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to give you a little bit more time to think about it because this time you're not going to copy a sentence frame. This time you're going to write. But you're going to only write your thoughts. I'm giving you the beginning of it. You're writing the end of it. Okay? So, why does the author go back and tell what each animal thought it heard? The author, Kevin, goes backwards because, can you say that with me? The author, no, I need everyone, listen to what you're going to say. The author goes backwards because, now I want you to say it. The author goes backwards because, oh, I don't have everyone. Let's try that again. Look at my hand. Nope, look at my hand. When my hand goes down, we'll wait. When my hand goes down, Kevin, everyone needs to say it. It's very important. Okay, but we have talkers. Trinity, are you ready? Okay, show me you're ready because I know you're ready when you're looking at me. Who's your friend next to you? Gustavo. Eyes up here, hon. Kevin. All right, here we go. Joel, come on. Don't turn around, just look at me. Okay, the author, I'm going to tell you again, the author goes backwards because, now your turn.
The author goes backwards because.
Okay, one more time because I didn't hear everyone and it's really sad. You're hurting my feelings. All right.
The author goes backwards because.
You are in kindergarten. You know your sounds. When you read a story and the author is giving you a story and this author is going backwards and telling what all the animals were thinking and what they thought they heard. Why did the author do that? Use your sounds and stretch them if you need to. Stretch your words, and I want you to write. We already know the beginning. The author goes backwards because. Now is your ink time, and you have, I'm going to time it and see, probably about 40 seconds. Okay, so try your very best to stretch those words, and you think what you already thought, so you're writing your thoughts on your board. Okay, why does the author go backwards? Here you go. The author goes backwards because, do the marker like straight up and down. Go. Okay, Kevin, you want to sit right here and do it? Go, right here. Go, go. Here. There you go.
Did we write?
Right, that's what I want you. It's ink time right now, so you're writing. The author goes backwards because that's what I told you. Now you write the rest. Because you have some hard, tough questions. that's it. He's good. Why does the no, you're not writing the question. Wait, stop. Look at me. Okay. You're just writing your answer. What's your thoughts? Why would the author let you know what the animals were thinking, but why does he go backwards and tell you all of them?
I know.
Okay, write it. What does he want to do? He wants to do something for you. It doesn't write? Give me a thumbs up if you have something that you wrote and you're going to share with your partner here in a moment. I see some of you did. You guys did a great job. Look at your writing. It didn't work. Yeah, it sure does. It worked. Like that. The author wants to, what did you write? You erased it, don't erase. Because the author wants to let me see, read me what you wrote. To read it again. All right, boys and girls, close your markers. Okay, close your markers. I like the way that Corbin closed his marker right away. Thank you, Corbin. That makes me proud. And Gustavo closed his marker. Okay, you are going to pair, but before you pair this time, look at me. When I tell you who goes first, remember you're going to have that full 20 seconds. Oh, Jewel, close your marker, honey. Close your marker.
Can I erase it?
No, don't erase it right now. You're going to share. Okay. Put your hands on your head if you can hear me. If you can hear Mrs. Gutierrez, I want you to tap your nose. Some of you aren't listening because you can't hear me. Let's see. If you are a kindergartner, I want you to tap your head. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right, put your hands in your lap. You have your whiteboards. Do not erase your whiteboards. Okay. And think, ink, pair, share. Jewel, we have to encourage our partners to talk. If they run out of words to say, what is one way you can encourage them? We just went over it. So if Noah's talking and he stops talking, but Miss Gutierrez hasn't said stop talking, what are you going to tell Noah? What did we say, boys and girls?
Could you tell me more?
One more time.
Can you tell me more?
Okay, so when it's a timed pair like this, you need to make sure you encourage your partner. So let's pair. Quickly pair. Go pair. Close your markers. You guys aren't being very good listeners. Close your markers. Quickly pair. Go pair. Pair. When you pair, I want you to square up. So I want your knees to face Tristan if you're his partner. Go, Jewel, all the way pair, and I'll tell you who gets to go first. Okay. Jesus. Wait a minute. You don't know who gets to go first. Okay. Kelly, since you're Kevin's partner, come here, honey. You can be his partner right here. You have nothing on your board, honey. All right. Are you ready? Gustavo, who's your partner? Okay. I know that you've done pair share. And listen, Jewel, but you're not showing me that you know how to do a pair. Okay, look at me, please. Your eyes up here. Gustavo, you need to face your partner. Turn. I like the way that I see these two partners. They're a great role model. Look at them. They're looking at each other. They're facing each other. Jesus, who's your partner? I don't know who your partner is. Then sit and face him. Okay. Lorenzo, who's your partner? right here. I haven't told you to go yet, honey, but I'm glad you wrote something very beautiful. Okay, milks. If you're a milk, raise your hand. Okay, milks go first. Go. What happened? It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to try that. Did you think about an answer? You can tell her what you thought about, okay? Or you can repeat what she said, okay? Go. Are you a milk? Okay, go milks. Milk should go first right now. Okay, so why did the author go backwards? Don't cry, honey. Talk to him and tell him your answer. That way he knows what to say when it's his turn. Yep. Can you repeat what you said? I like what you said. The author went backwards because so the animals can tell the truth. Awesome. Keep going. Tell your partner. Say, can you tell me more? All right. Cookies, tell Milks that they did a good job. So you did a good job because you answered the question. All right. Now it's Cookies' turn. Go, Cookies. The author went backwards or showed us the animal's thoughts. I didn't know what her question was now. I lost it. The author goes backwards because. Are you in the Okay, so it's your turn. Go. Talking to your partner. Say, tell me more. Say, can you tell me why the author went backwards? You're writing backwards. So Martha, you should be writing. You're sharing. The author went backwards because. Go, talk to her. Did you finish telling your partner? Look at all that writing. Can you tell me? You guys come on up and start typing here. So he wrote again. He wanted to write again. It got quiet, but I don't hear anyone say, tell me more. All right. Cookies. Whoops, Milk, tell your cookie partner that you liked the way they answered the question. All right. Turn back this way, please. Look at these smart listeners. Are we sitting like kindergartners here? All right. Go ahead, Israel. Okay. I want him to say that nice and loud because it deserves a big celebration. Go ahead. Say it again, nice and loud. Jesus, tell us what the author did. He went backwards. Why? You did a good job. You did a good job. Why did the author go backwards? What did he want to do? Okay, boys and girls. Can we give them a let's do a great.
Once we've actually put the structure into place, we have to look at the elements of pies to determine if we've actually pushed it into collaboration as opposed to group work. So the first element of PIES that we would analyze is positive interdependence. Are students dependent upon one another? Are they working on the same problem? Are they on the same team? It's not a competitive. So students in this situation worked on the same question. When one student did better, so did the other students. The next step would be individual accountability. Each student was held individually accountable. Each student had to write on their own whiteboard, and each student had to fill a explicit amount of time. When we look at equal participation, it was equal. Students both had to fill the same amount of time with discussion. They weren't let off the hook, and the other partner wasn't allowed to take over. They just asked prompting questions. They also had to equally participate through their whiteboards. And then we have simultaneous interaction. The goal is that between 25% to 100% of the class will always be engaged in collaborative learning. When students are writing on the whiteboards, 100% of students are engaged. When a student is talking to their partner, 50% of students are engaged. And our hope is that the other 50% are actively listening and are engaged as well. Some suggestions that might make your life easier as you start this process would be to first master, think, pair, share. This would mean the structure of having partner A talk for a given amount of time, partner B prompt with questions, the praise, partner B talk, partner A prompt with questions. If we can master a structured think, pair, share, that opens up a world of different Kagan structures to us. I would also suggest having an anchor chart of prompting questions. What kind of questions do we want students to ask when their partner is stuck? The teacher should also carry a timer with them and try to keep track of the time as faithfully as possible. Another is to provide quiet think time. I would time myself during think time. It's very easy for 5 seconds to feel like an eternity when you're sitting in front of or standing in front of quiet students. So provide quiet think time, carry the timer, time yourself for that 10 to 20 seconds, and make sure you don't talk over it so that students actually are given time to think. I would also establish whiteboard and marker routines. As they are coming out more in class, how do they get picked up? How do they get put away? I would also establish where do you want markers to be when students aren't using them. They can be a distraction, so do you have a place for students to park their pen or park their marker? Establish those routines, and this structure will go much easier.